All right, hello, and welcome to another episode of the Rogue Report. So today being the what is today? This episode comes out the 19th, which is the first day of WrestleMania 41. Live in Las Vegas, we have a really good stack card. Obviously, if you're not a fan of wrestling, I totally get it. But I encourage you to at least watch Mania or even like another big 4 or 5, whatever their number. But we have, Mania is a show that you're kind of want to watch, and if you didn't know, WrestleMania is kind of like the Super Bowl of the WWE. But then there's other shows like the beginning of the road to WrestleMania is always the Royal Rumble. We had that earlier in the year. That's around January every year, and this year's winner was Jey Uso, and obviously he's gonna have a match here. But yeah, like if I really do encourage people that haven't watched wrestling in a while to actually go back and see what it might be like, and This is a very interesting card. I gotta admit, some of it is, it is what it is. But I'm gonna go through the entire WrestleMania 41 card and just kind of pick down the matches. I'm probably gonna skip by a couple of them, especially the tag team ones, because in all honesty, I haven't really given a crap about the tag team division in WWE in quite some time. They need to really change their game up so it's more. It's just not very. I don't know, pleasing. It's not. They don't have a lot of good stories. People always ask me why I still watch wrestling. I mean, like, I totally did take a while off where I wasn't watching wrestling, and even when I was much younger and I was following Stone Cold, because in my household it was I was Stone Cold and my brother was a Rock fan. We we didn't really watch it a lot, and or as much as I do now. It's a lot more fun paying attention to this, and obviously I grew up around the Attitude Era, so I felt like we were, kind of spoiled in that time, in that particular era of wrestling. But this new age era, whatever you want to call it, the Triple H era, has just been, absolutely fantastic. In all honesty, I have been really happy with the way that Triple H has been taking this company over. I'm a big story guy. I really am. I mean, wrestling, WWE and Raw, SmackDown, any show, it's I know it's a show and people want to sit there and say that it's fake. And I've said this before. It's just as, scripted as any other TV show that you watch. I've said this to Rob before about how I necessarily don't consider wrestling a sport. Professional wrestling is necessarily not a sport, but you do have to be very athletic, and then these guys do put their, I don't want to say they put their lives on the line. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of a reach, but then again, I might not know what the fuck I'm talking about. But anyway, let's get to the card, shall we? Okay, so anyway, the first match that we're going to go over is one of the biggest matches of this entire card. It is the main event for Saturday night, and that main event is, first of all, this is the type of shit that, in all honesty, confuses me. If you go to WrestleMania, or I'm sorry, if you go to the Royal Rumble and you win, you're supposed to be main eventing WrestleMania. So now, obviously, there's 2 matches, or 2 Royal Rumble matches. There's a men and a women's. So those respective winners should be main eventing WrestleMania. There's 2 nights of WrestleMania for the past fucking couple years now. There's been 2 nights of WrestleMania. So why aren't the people winning the Rumble actually main eventing? I'm sure we can go into depth exactly why that type of shit happens. I have a feeling that it honestly happens just because of storylines, and there's people that are just higher on the food chain than somebody else. I mentioned earlier, Jey Uso won the Rumble. He is not main eventing either night. Like, he is not the main event of either night. The first night main event, we have Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk in a triple threat match. Now, I've been following this storyline in particular, like this three-way fight of them arguing with each other. In all honesty, it's been going on for like maybe a couple of weeks. Not like I feel like this whole feud between the three of them. I mean, this goes as far as back as, like, I guess, Elimination Chamber. It can go as far as back as the Royal Rumble, and it can go as far back as War Games. I would really, really think that this could go so different. Like, this can go so many different ways in this match. Like, Roman could fucking, beat the shit out of Punk, and Paul could help him, vice versa. I would think a lot of people are actually pulling for Punk to win this match, and this is the whole thing about, Punk main eventing WrestleMania, because he's never done it before. He came back from, not being with the WWE for, 10 plus years. And, it's been, a while since he's even got a chance to be at Mania, and he's always bitching and complaining about that he's never main evented WrestleMania, and he's always been trying to. I want to say it was like 2-ish weeks ago that, in a contract signing, Paul Heyman revealed that CM Punk would be main eventing WrestleMania, and then there was this moment where Punk was happy, Roman thought it was funny, Seth didn't find it quite funny at all. But if I had to honestly pick a winner, my heart tells me that CM Punk is going to win this match, but my gut tells me pick Seth Rollins, because I think Seth Rollins winning this match would be, kind of a head turner, because I feel like a lot of people were going in thinking that Roman and CM Punk have the upper hand in this match, but I honestly have no idea. I think that it's going to come down to something's going to happen to Paul Heyman in this match. Paul Heyman gets, hurt. Paul Heyman turns on either Punk or Roman. It'd be really funny if he had an alliance with Seth Rollins for absolutely no reason. Obviously, you can go 3 different ways. I think that Punk is going to get his victory. I don't think he pins Roman. I think he might pin Seth. But then again, if he pins Seth, Seth is going to fuck it. The whole, background story of, Punk coming back and Seth, legit shooting on Punk and hating on Punk. I don't understand it. I honestly don't understand the hate for Punk. I'm sure that other people, like Tim, could explain why workers hate Punk so much. Or it seems like a lot of people within the industry can't stand them, fucking, what did they call him? Seth Rollins called him Filthy Phil or something like that. They told him don't come back, he's a cancer, Filthy Phil, stay away. That fucking big rant. I mean, that was a while ago. That was over 2 years ago now. Anyway, another match that is a part of Saturday is Jade Cargill taking on Naomi. No championship on the line here. Just a nice one-on-one women's match. In all honesty, don't know much about this storyline. If I honestly had to pick a winner, I'm gonna put Jade as the winner. In all honesty, she's a brick shit house. when it comes down to the physicality of shit, I feel like Jade won last year at WrestleMania. I can't remember if she fought for a tag team or not at Mania. I feel like it was her and Bianca that fought for the tag team titles, and then she won. And that was, it was part of the, you know what, fuck it. This is one of those matches where it's in all honesty, no offense to this match, it'll probably be a great match, but I'll just hurry up and pick Jade. Next, I have, okay, so like I said about the tag team division, much of it, I just don't understand it. It's necessarily not that very entertaining. We have the World Tag Team Championship match, which is going to be the New Day taking on the War Raiders on Saturday as well. I mean, the whole, heel turn for the New Day, Kofi and Xavier being crazy and going back to, disrespecting Big E the way that they did. I'm sure that they'll win, in all honesty, because they are the New Day. They are fantastic. Even them being heel, you kind of have to root for them to win as a heel. So, like I said, like my heart says and my gut says, both my heart and my gut are telling me pick Xavier and Kofi. Moving on to the next one, we have a random match. I don't know what's going on here. We have Rey Mysterio in his 13th WrestleMania appearance taking on El Grande Americano. Now, a lot of people are speculating that, El Grande Americano does not have it in him to compete, let alone in his first WrestleMania appearance. Nobody thinks that he deserves to be in this spot. A lot of people think that it should be, what's his name, Chad Gable, but we're stuck with El Grande Americano. I'm honestly not gonna pick him. I'm gonna pick Rey Mysterio anyway. If El Grande wins though, fucking hats off to him. Holy shit. Anyway, for the United States Championship, oh my god, we have this could be a good match. I'm kind of happy for both of these guys to have a match at Mania. This should be this honestly should be an excellent match. I just don't know a lot about it, what's going on here. I have seen a couple of the promos and, back and forth, but this match, the United States Championship match, is Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight. Yeah. And if I'm going to pick anybody, I'm going to pick, top 2 in the world, and he ain't number 2, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we're going to go with LA Knight on that match. LA Knight went back and forth with that title with Logan Paul. So in all honesty, as long as Logan Paul doesn't carry a title, I could give a shit less. I like Jacob Fatu, though. I really do. I think he's fucking absolutely insane, but I have a feeling that he's going to actually do some good in the upcoming. All right, so now we have... Oh, yes, okay, so here we go. This is the Royal Rumble match. This would be, the Royal Rumble match. Or the Royal Rumble winner being Charlotte Flair taking on Tiffany Stratton in the WWE Women's Championship match. I don't know if this is necessary to bring this up, but I'm going to say it anyway. Charlotte Flair looks not like Charlotte Flair. She needs to, tone it down a bit. This one can go either way, and I kind of wouldn't give a shit or not. In all honesty, I like Charlotte. I like, her background. I like Ric Flair. I do like Tiffany. Fuck, like this is honestly the first toss-up where I'm like, I do not care who wins this match. In all honesty, I'll applaud whoever wins. But if I'm gonna have to make a pick, I'm making the pick of Tiffany to retain the title. Sorry, Charlotte, but you don't get one. And also I don't know if this is wrapping up. I don't know if this would be the final match of WrestleMania. Obviously, it's not the main event. But I talked about it before. We have the World Heavyweight Championship. Jey Uso, the Royal Rumble winner, taking on Gunther, the current champion. Gunther has been champion for quite some time now. If anything, he took it off of Damien Priest, and that was a while ago. Jey Uso winning the Rumble back in whatever that was. Jey Uso has been on an absolute killer of a run. Jey Uso actually gets a little bit of a bonus point from me because last week, literally a week ago today, actually, was the big night at Pat McAfee and Friends show live at PBG Paints in Pittsburgh. I did not go. I watched it from the comfortability of my home. I could have went. Obviously, it was one of those things where once the tickets sold out, like the $20 to $100 tickets, I wasn't paying anything over that. Like, the show was like almost 5 hours long. There was no way that I was, I would have been miserable after like that gigantic sumo match that they had. The sumo match took so long. I don't want to get into that show. That entire if you didn't watch Big Night Out, go find that. Go watch the clips. Anyway, Jey Uso showed up at Big Night Out, and I did not expect him to just appear. Pat was teasing. He's like, oh, I wasn't going to leave Pittsburgh without, giving you guys a yeet down. And then Jay's music kicked on, and I was like, oh, shit, okay, so we're just going to play Jay's music and yeet real quick. And then here comes Jay walking out of the crowd, and I'm like, oh, he's actually, he's a dude. Not that Gunther isn't, a brick shit house and, knows what he's doing, plays his character well, and, in all honesty, when it comes to the physicality of everything, Gunther's a fucking dog. But my gut and my heart are telling me that Jey Uso is getting the title pinned on him. He's been getting pushed so hard for the past year and a half now. Jey Uso's just been riding this wave. The main event, Jey Uso, winning his first World Heavyweight Championship. That's gonna be some shit. I really, really hope that happens. If they make fucking Jey Uso go to Mania and lose, that's some shit. That would be some shit. Anyway, okay, now we have the Women's Tag Team Championship match. This is going to be Sunday. It is Bayley and Lyra. Okay, so here we go. Speaking of Tag Team Championships, or even the women's, I don't know what the fuck's going on in this story. I really don't. Besides the fact that, we have Bayley and Lyra, I don't even know who her partner is, taking on Liv and Raquel. Liv and Raquel being a part of their whole run with the Judgment Day, if the Judgment Day still even exists. I feel like the Judgment Day died a long time ago. They just keep running with that gimmick. If I had a, obviously I'll just pick the champions to retain. So let's just have Liv and Raquel retain their championships. Another fight we have Damien Priest versus Drew McIntyre in what is called a Sin City Street Fight. Most street fights are just, Extreme Rules match or a no DQ match or whatever the fuck. No holds barred, maybe. Now, it would be cool if these guys actually did some shit and fought all over Vegas. That would be some shit if they were actually fighting around Vegas. That would be some shit. I don't know exactly where that stadium is, but I think that would be something if they were actually going to do something go fight in a casino or something. That'd be fucking funny. Storyline, this one goes all the way back to last year's Mania. You had Drew McIntyre defeat who the fuck did he beat? Was it Seth? Yeah. So last year's WrestleMania, Drew McIntyre defeated Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship and held on to that title for a very long, 5.5 minutes or whatever, until CM Punk kind of screwed over McIntyre, put him down so Damien can come out and cash in Money in the Bank and become the champion right after. So I can see why that they put these two up against each other, plus they're two big ass sons of bitches. I could pick literally either one of these guys and I would be happy. I'm gonna go with McIntyre. I like Drew way too much. No offense to fucking Damien Priest. If Damien Priest ends up winning that match, good on him. But we have an fatal four-way for the Intercontinental Championship. We have newcomer Penta versus Dominic Mysterio versus Finn Balor versus the champion Braun Breaker. Now, as far as the storylines go, we have Dom and Finn Balor in the match together, which I'm pretty sure that has, what I said about the Judgment Day. If that still exists, then Finn isn't a part of that anymore, is he? Because I'm not really sure what's going on. If you're gonna have two of the same guys in the match, are they gonna team up against these two? Are they gonna fight each other? What the fuck's going on there? And I do apologize for not necessarily paying attention as much as I should. There's no way that Braun loses to these guys. It's Braun Breaker versus basically 14-year-olds. And he will spear somebody in half during this match. Going back to the Royal Rumble when Braun Breaker fucking speared Aisha Speed into an oblivion. And that clip fucking went viral so goddamn fast. Up until a week or so ago when he speared Carlito. The fucking, oh my god, brother. He is by far the next guy that I want to see, get the massive push. Have your mid-card title run with your Intercontinental Championship right now. Keep that going. Don't let Braun Breaker drop this title for a long time. It's gonna take it's gonna have to take somebody big for him to drop that title, or he gets injured. But I have a feeling that Braun Breaker retains, and there's nobody that honestly should be able to take Braun Breaker down. The next one is a match that all right, so we have AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. When it comes to Logan Paul in the WWE, I honestly think that he is great at what he does. He's very physical, and he can put on a show. AJ Styles being like a nice, he can move for, in all honesty, AJ's, pushing 50, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's not phenomenal still. I like that chant that they were doing for him, the French soccer chant. I had to look that up. It's just literally, he is phenomenal, la da da da, la da da da. They would do that at French soccer matches when somebody would score a goal or do something crazy. I had to look that up. I literally thought it was just for AJ Styles because of the whole phenomenal bullshit. But anyway, I will give Logan Paul the credit that, I guess he deserves for, the work that he does. The physicality, the actual, his in-ring presence is, it's better than mine. He can do this shit better than I would. If I had to pick a winner, my heart wants AJ Styles to win, but my gut is actually saying that Logan Paul might win this match. So, but I'm going with AJ. The speculation that AJ might retire soon. Hell, that was he was pulling that shit on Cody Rhodes not too long ago. All right, so this one is actually a lot more interesting. We have the Women's World Championship Triple Threat match, which this storyline, so this is one of the ones that I've actually been following. In a Triple Threat match, you have Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley versus the champion Io Sky. For the past couple of weeks, in all honesty, for the past couple of weeks, I was going to say it's been these three, bouncing, back and forth and bitching at each other. In all honesty, it's just been Rhea and Bianca pushing Io out of the way and them having their own, argument without her. I think that Io should put them both in a completely different place. Arguments back and forth between Belair and Rhea, while Io's just been eating shit this entire time, getting pushed out of the way, hasn't been able to get a word in. Now, obviously, there's the old the entire language barrier that Io Sky necessarily doesn't speak very good English. It's not her first language. With the level of disrespect behind this entire story, it would not surprise me if Io Sky won this match. My gut is telling me Io Sky's winning this match. I would love if Mommy won another championship, but I'm sticking with the gut pick that Io Sky retains her championship and just basically shows these two women you kind of took your eyes off the prize and forgot about me. So let Io retain, because I think that it would just make her look so much more badass if she were to retain. Last, but certainly not least, we have the undisputed WWE Championship match. John Cena in his last WrestleMania appearance versus the champ Cody Rhodes. Now, we're going to go all the way back to John Cena at Money in the Bank 2024, I think it was, when he announced, his retirement tour. And he really didn't, show up much in 2024, but he did compete in the Royal Rumble. He was the last one out. Jey Uso eliminated him from the Rumble. Almost had it, but then, claimed that he deserved to be in the Elimination Chamber match. Kind of got, an easy win from the Elimination Chamber match. He got an assist from Seth Rollins during that match. And then we can go back, actually, no, it's the same show. After winning Elimination Chamber and Cody coming out and them having a, face-to-face in the ring, and then The Rock coming out and all that bullshit. When John Cena turned heel, I honestly expected Cody to turn heel. Cody's title run has been very subpar, in my opinion. John Cena with a heel turn was something that, like, I feel like a lot of people wanted. A lot of fans were looking for that to happen for the longest time, and we finally got it. And there's no way that you are unhappy about what he's been doing, because it's just been fantastic. John Cena's mic skills cannot be compared to anybody else's. Fight me on this. I mean, like, Punk has his moment on a mic, sure, but John's fucking delivery is just amazing. He's had a couple of promos in the ring by himself. There's the one where I can't remember where they were. This was when they were in Europe doing their tour. Pissed off a lot of people, and I've made a fool out of a lot of people, whatever he said. He points at a kid on the fucking stage. He goes, especially that kid right there. And that kid became a meme immediately. John knows what he's doing. John's an outstanding actor. And in all honesty, like, I followed John's, like, acting career in particular. Like, not a lot, but I think he's really, really funny. I think he's really, really smart when it comes to, playing a character. And playing the heel character, he's just nailing it. The face-to-face promo that they had, which I think was Raw in London, was the best promo that I have seen in a long time. I don't remember the last time I've actually sat there and watched. The promo was like 20 minutes. John came out, was going to start talking. Cody comes out, and then Cody basically does this whole, like, I am white, I am a fucking bum, I live in a trailer with my mom. Like, he came out and, like, started saying all that, like, oh, I have a lisp, what are you going to make fun of my lisp and shit like that? John put him in his place. John said some stuff during that promo that was just truthful. He was going for Cody's jugular when it came to that promo. Go watch that. Go watch it again. Go watch it a third time. It's so good. I've literally watched that promo a couple of times. He said something. John said, I have built empires for billionaires. The only thing you've ever done is steal money from their kids. He said, I've learned that Cody with the title can trick people into thinking that mediocrity is acceptable or something like that. John, in all honesty, John's so fire. It's so good. Now, when it comes to Cody Rhodes, I don't have a problem with Cody. I really don't. I think he's badass. I think he's honestly really, really nice. But that might be part of the, like, reasoning behind people not understanding why he's had the title run that he's had. My heart and my gut tell me to pick John Cena. So John Cena can win his record-breaking 17th title, right? 17th? Yeah. It would be absolutely fantastic if John Cena was able to win this match. I'm honestly rooting for him to get the or the record-breaking title. Be putting to rest. He's tied with Ric Flair right now, pretty sure. If anybody deserves, to have a record for the most title wins in WWE, I would say that John Cena has definitely worked hard and long enough to deserve to win said championship. He said, go to Fanatics, buy the toy belt that they buy, because the real champ is taking that home forever. I believe him so much. During that promo too, by the way, I'll keep talking about that promo. He turned the crowd on Cody, it seemed like. A lot of people speculated, even when Cody started talking, people were booing him. I just think, in all honesty, they were booing what Cody was saying because Cody was agreeing with John, saying that, oh, maybe you're right, maybe I am a company creation. Cody did have words in that match or that promo too. Cody said something. He's like, maybe I am a company creation, or was that you who was picked by a guy in an office who's no longer here and we don't talk about him? He said, Cody goes, I know you have more dick in that promo that you do in your jorts. But it's just coming up. If I don't know what John Cena does when he is, going, all out for a promo. Is he does he think about this shit promo? Does he write it that morning? Does he go to sleep thinking about what he's going to say? Or does he just walk into the ring itself with no inclination of what he's about to say, and he just says it? Like, if he's improving his promos, he is the GOAT. Absolute fantastic person. Yeah, I want John Cena to win this fucking title so fucking bad. I really do. I think it's going to be fantastic. Like going back to where we, like the whole Rock thing of, you know, selling your soul to the Rock. We thought that like Cody was actually going to turn. Like I was talking to my brother about, you know, the possibility of corporate Cody, because he already kind of is playing the part. The only thing Cody would have to do is dye his hair black. Please go through, you know, my picks. I'll even put the picks that I made in the description. But feel free to comment on what you think on your own picks for WrestleMania. What are some of your favorite WrestleMania matches of all time? I think, you know, obviously last year's main event, you know, between Cody and Roman and everybody coming out, like including Cena, The Undertaker showing up randomly, Seth Rollins popping the Shield music for no reason, Brock Lesnar defeating The Undertaker at Mania lives rent-free in my head as well. That's somebody that I wouldn't mind seeing making a somewhat of a return to WWE is Brock. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you for listening to another episode of Rogue Report. New episodes are coming out every Saturday now. Every Saturday at 8 a.m. on the East Coast. So please make sure that you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future episodes. And until the next one, we'll see you, and keep your ear to the ground so you don't miss it.